Today's episode is brought to you by our good friend and sponsor Brian Miller over at United Real Estate Chicago, the only realtor Mike and I trust when buying or selling a home. Links are in the description below.
Are you thinking about buying or selling a home? Or maybe you just have questions about the real estate market? Hi, I'm Brian Miller, and I'm a licensed real estate professional serving the Chicagoland area. People know to call me when they need a problem solved. Through research, troubleshooting, and asking the right questions, there isn't an issue that we can't overcome together. If you're buying, I'll help you find the home that fits your wants and needs. If you're ready to sell, my goal is to get your home in front of the masses and do everything it takes to net you the most money. Since entering the industry in 2014, I've experienced navigating various types of markets, as well as assisting clients with short sales, probates, and selling homes that have been sitting on the market. In other words, if you want to work with an award-winning real estate agent, make the process as easy and stress-free as possible, you've come to the right place. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm Brian Miller, and I can't wait to connect with you.
Hey, welcome to IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. Hey, John. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, note to self, don't eat pork dumplings and then wash it down with a cup of coffee.
Pork dumplings? What?
That was a
Might
mistake.
take a break.
What the
Oh,
heck?
yeah. I might have to run out of this room pretty soon.
Oh, man. So besides your eating habit, how you doing, buddy?
No, I should be fine. I wear Depends.
Oh, you're one of those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
secure. Got
Yeah,
it.
I'm good.
You're good, John?
I mean, the smell's there, but everything stays in the vicinity.
Ah.
As long as it's the hard stuff. When it's the loose stuff, that's when it get in your socks.
It's-
Oh, okay.
That's all I've been told.
is this-
Well, we have a
So,
guest
yeah,
today.
so
We
you're
have a
gonna-
guest today. Actor, director, amongst other things. I'll let him introduce himself.
I'm Jay Davis, writer, producer, direct a little bit. Not really. In my mind, I direct. And just a nice person at the end of the day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very funny, apparently. Making fun of John here. I like you already. Making fun of John. I love it.
Good.
So where you from, man? Let's start there.
I'm from Bellwood, Illinois, a little town called Bellwood, Illinois. Not to be confused with Maywood. We have a little less gunfire.
So okay. Hey, that's good. That's really good.
A lot of strip clubs.
Really? In Bellwood?
Yeah.
It's I don't necessarily clarify them as clubs. It's just somebody at a bar and like women walk around and just randomly like give you massages sometimes. So I've been told.
Okay.
Boy, you've been told a lot. Shit.
Where did you grow up in the same place, or?
Yeah, I grew up in Bellwood my whole life. And people laugh when I say I went to private school. If you see some of my stuff, people are like, get out of here. But I went to private school my whole life and just grew up and showed my mother she wasted a lot of money.
Okay. So you're a director. I mean, not a director. You're a filmmaker, producer. What made you want to get into that?
So this is a story. A long time ago, I got a divorce and I had to figure out what to do with myself, what to do with my life. I was at that point, like, I got to pick a street. And so I started writing like little short stories about like fucked up dating experiences I had.
Okay.
And then I decided to shoot them. And like, the first one was like, I met a girl and she said she was down to do whatever. Went back to her house.
Oh, we love those.
And I didn't know what that meant. So I'm in her room waiting to do something to her. And her roommate comes in, which is a guy. And he was like, yeah, she'll be here soon. She said we can get started. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, we finna, like, this is what we do. I'm like, oh, fuck that. So at the time, it was terrifying. But afterwards, I'm like, that's kind of funny. So I wrote it down and then I shot it. And I started shooting more of these experiences. And I took all of my short stories and turned them into like a feature. And so that's when I did my first feature in 2010.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, so you didn't go to school for any of it? None like that?
Nah.
Self-taught? Everything self-taught?
Yeah.
Are you like, so do you have your whole team, or are you like moving cameras? Are you part of
I have an amazing team. Like, if I wasn't for my team, I wouldn't be able to do shit. Shout out to Omar, Latoya, Alicia. They keep the wheels moving.
Awesome.
So, like, everyone needs a team. I don't care how good you are, how talented of a writer you are, you need a team to help you get shit going the right way.
There's my team.
That's what's up.
It's not much of a team. Look at his face. He doesn't even believe it.
He's trying to hold stuff in right now.
He doesn't even believe it.
He's trying to compact all this stuff before something happens.
So you're working on a few. Well, you just put up a few things, right?
Yes.
So let's start with EDYH because I've seen some of those.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that.
EDYH, it's a EDYH. It is a horror short. This is the first time I dipped into like the horror genre. It's a horror series, and it's basically traditional I don't want to give away too much, but it's a take on, traditional monsters in a up to date way.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of the feel. We saw one when we were sitting here waiting. It kind of had that like slasher film kind of.
Yeah.
Well, what did you say? You said something that was
So
really
like Tales of the Crypt, but and then that was like my childhood.
Yeah,
So I don't really, I don't even know if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Do you remember those?
I remember
like
Tales of the Crypt,
like
yeah.
short, like yeah.
They're like short, so because it happened during the pandemic. So we just did the first one, episode 1, and like we can continue this. Me and Omar felt like we can continue this, and so we just I just kept writing more episodes. I'm like, all right, this is enough. Let's put this out. So
I feel like the pandemic was kind of a blessing in a way.
it was. It helped people find their hustle, whatever that is.
Yeah.
So, and if you didn't find it then, like, I
There's
don't know what
something
to
wrong
tell
with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that's people's excuse. Like, I don't have time, and like
You had a fucking abundance of time
right.
during the pandemic.
You were on punishment, literally.
Yeah, that's why we fucking started this bullshit.
Right.
Like, we were fucking bored.
And it worked out.
Right? I mean, it was either that or watch Disney Plus all day.
Right.
And Disney Plus isn't doing all
wasn't
that
a
great.
thing.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It was
The
just
first
coming out.
episode,
Yeah.
the first episode, you were talking in your storm voice and having your moment over there.
Yeah.
You remember that? Look at his face. He's all like, "Yeah,
Shot.
I remember. I was in love with Storm at the time."
Yeah. Who was it?
So, how far are you gonna go with that series?
We want to do a season 2. That's the goal because we left a big cliffhanger at the end of 4. Right now we're working on a horror anthology, sort of like I don't want to use this. This is multiple horror stories compiled into one. Some of them might be connected to the other, but it's just different short horror stories put together.
You like that genre?
I'm starting to like before. Like my mother used to show me horror movies at an age that I
punishment?
shouldn't watch them. Like back then, parents could do shit like that. Like I remember. I don't know if I'm finna date myself, but anybody remember Porky's?
Oh, you're dating yourself.
Yeah. Like Porky's and Nightmare on Elm Street.
I remember those.
I was
remember
like
Nightmare on Elm
4, and my mother was like, "Watch this," and so I'm watching somebody get tore apart at 4 years old. So
Want to get bad grades? Watch this.
right. So I was exposed to it, but it's just I naturally gravitated towards comedy.
Okay. Yeah, I always felt like, up and coming actors, directors, cinematographers, producers, all these people. I've always felt like they kind of go in that area first.
Mhm.
It's either that or some cop story or
A dirty
whatever.
cop.
Yeah, or gangbanger story or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if it's because it's easier,
I don't-
harder.
I don't know if it might be easier for some. Like a lot of people experience that depending on where they came from.
But I feel like horror could be
Oh, yeah.
hard as fuck because
It is like trying to scare people. Because here's the thing about difference between comedy and horror. When we're on the set doing like a sketch and we do something and somebody laughs, we know it works.
Right.
It's hard to scare yourself when you're doing a horror.
Yeah, 'cause you know what's coming.
Exactly. So he's like, I don't know if this is going to scare that person. I'm not scared, but what about that person? So that's the hardest thing, trying to figure out what scares someone else.
What do you enjoy more? Comedy, I'm assuming?
I like comedy more. Yeah.
You write the comedy too, right? You
Yeah.
said?
Yeah.
See, I can't. I'm not funny. John's kind of funny.
Hmm.
John has his moments. Like he's got I feel like he can write a joke,
Mhm.
right?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I maybe can deliver the joke, but I'm still kind of like I don't even know who I can compare myself comedic wise because I'm like I'm not. I mean, like a what? Like a who? John, give me somebody.
He's like, you put me on the spot.
That's the part. That's the
Who's
hard
somebody not funny?
God damn. Wow. There's a whole human being across
Yeah,
from you
yeah.
and you destroyed his soul.
part. We're like brothers, man. That guy can't afford me to save his life.
I mean, mean, situational comedy is always fun because everybody done been into some bad situations.
That's true.
So you can always think of something like, at the time it wasn't funny. You'd be like, oh yeah, I made it. So,
I think as an actor,
Yeah, like a guy walking into a bedroom.
right, ready to put a red gag ball in my mouth.
I think for me, like I'm an actor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I can do comedy because I feel like it's very hard and very difficult.
You do a lot of drama.
I feel like I'm more of the serious tone.
And that's the funny thing. Dramatic actors make the best comedians. Like, you remember Robert De Niro and Meet the Fockers?
Meet the Fockers?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, so it's the way you deliver the lines.
But he also has a lot of talent.
He does. He
So,
has
I mean,
talent.
there's a thing associated to that, you know?
Yeah, a lot of, and it's funny when you see serious actors say something funny. It's like it comes out of nowhere. You're like, oh, I didn't expect that.
That's true. I wonder do you think it works the other way? So like when Jim Carrey tries to be serious, does it work?
It has. I remember I can name a few. Like, what was that? Will Ferrell had a movie that he was serious. And Robin Williams. Those are the only two I can think offhand.
Robin Williams
can do anything.
Talented. Yeah, he was stupid talented.
Yeah.
Though. I mean, we can't even put Will Ferrell and him in the same conversation.
Right. Like Robin Williams, when he did that movie, I was like, God damn.
He was
like,
a villain, right?
That was like range. So
oh yeah, he was a monster.
Right. So it could be done. It's hard. That was the thing about me. Like, they didn't want to put, like, when we did like the horror stuff, they didn't want to put me in a trailer because people would laugh. And like, that's the last thing you want, your horror movie, somebody to laugh at you. So
Yeah, because
got a
isn't that what
point.
ruined Nightmare on Elm Street to begin with?
Yeah.
Was the fact that he got really fucking stupid?
Yeah,
and
like
funny and people were
right.
laughing and shit.
Right.
Like
They
they're
not
literally
going for that?
Huh?
Were they not going for that?
No, well, they were, I don't know if they were going for that
Right.
as a production, but it was getting really
It
stupid.
was
like,
it came comical. Like, Freddy became a joke after that.
yeah, like there was scenes where like his head is like in the pizza sausages and shit, and he's fucking tanning with a fucking piece of a mirror and shit.
Okay, then yeah, that's what they were going for.
Yeah, but that's
That was
what
that
ruined.
horror.
That's what ruined the movie.
Yeah.
So the first one was hella. I mean, I wouldn't say hella scary, but
First one was like disturbing.
it was new. It's because it was
Yeah.
something new. I mean, think about that. That's got to be one of the scariest things, right?
Yeah.
You can't go to sleep
Exactly.
because he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
But you
Everybody
have to
can-
go to sleep as a
everybody.
human being.
Yeah.
That's gotta be the boogeyman of boogeyman.
Right. You
Listen.
watch the movie and your mother said, "Not go to bed." You're like, "What the
Right.
fuck?"
I mean, let's think about it. Let's think about all the other big ones, right? Let's think
Yeah.
about Chucky. Don't fucking buy the doll. Cool.
Right.
You don't wanna get killed by Jason? Don't go to fucking Camp Crystal Lake.
Right.
You don't want Michael? Where the fuck he's from? Don't go over. Don't
Right.
go to his house.
Just walk faster.
Yeah, that's it. Just walk past. What the fuck?
Uber
Like
away from them.
fucking Freddy Krueger. If he wants you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
What's your favorite horror movie?
The original Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the one.
Jonathan, yours. What you got?
I've got a comedy.
Comedy, horror.
Have you seen The Burbs with Tom Hanks?
Yeah, I remember that.
Did you like that?
At the time, I don't think it holds up now, but at the time it was good because it
Oh,
was like,
I think it's still funny.
Yeah.
Like, it's more funny
I-
than it is.
yeah, than scary. It's like,
But
yeah.
it's. I don't know. I
was
guess
was that
Yeah.
supposed to be a horror movie?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just remember like it just had like weird characters in it, and then he thought they were like crazy, but
No,
then,
I think it was more comedy.
Okay,
Yeah.
The movie that scared the living shit out of me was The Grudge.
okay.
And I don't know why, because it's not. I watch it now in hindsight, but I watched it when I was like in high school.
Oh, okay.
And I remember that girl, when
Mhm.
she would like crawl on the floor, fucking making that fucking noise, and her
Yeah.
neck would be cracking and shit. And I'm just,
Right.
that would freak me the fuck out.
The person that scared me in the movie was do you remember Phantasm and a tall man?
No.
The movie was shitty. It's like they had the little silver balls that would come and stick in your head and kill you.
Oh,
Anybody
you got
remember?
me on that one.
Let's Google Phantasm. It's this tall, weird looking dude, and he scared the shit out of me. The movie was shitty. The movie doesn't hold
What
up.
year was that?
This was like 84.
Oh, man. I was
yeah.
born in 83.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of rough.
What was it called?
Phantasm.
Phantasm.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about while I look this up?
Okay,
go ahead,
going
go
back
ahead.
to me, the girl from The Ring, which is pretty much the same as The Grudge.
So you don't like
Kinda,
Asian
sorta.
people?
Huh?
You don't like Asians? I mean, that's coming out right now.
That's
That's what we
say
doing
all
right
that.
now. Hey man,
Yeah, I didn't say all that.
I mean, it's
Talking about
cool.
this movie?
Yeah, that dude, not him, but the other guy that they showed, the tall guy.
What were you hating on Asian people for?
No. It was something about the video, like the black and white.
Because
like,
it was similar to the other one too. Wasn't it? Was it Blair Witch Project with the girl that came out of the well?
That was Blair.
What?
Nah, Blair
No,
Witch
that
was
was-
the video, the found footage one.
That
The
was
found
In the
footage one?
woods. Yeah, Blair
The one that
Witch.
she comes out of the TV or some shit.
That was
That's the ring.
That's
That's the ring. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the ring.
Yeah.
Because it's like
That's
you-
what I'm talking
that-
about.
I know. I was just putting them two
the
together.
Asian girl.
Where'd
He
you get
does
the
the like.
Blair Witch Project from?
I don't know. I
I don't know either.
I thought it was the same movie. My bad. My mistake, bro. My honest
Wow.
mistake. But see,
Wow.
when I was a kid, I was a fucking pussy. I couldn't watch horror movies. I mean, I'm dead serious. I was scared of every fucking thing. Like Terminator fucking scared me.
Oh
bro.
damn.
Like to be transparent. Comedy. What's your like strategy for it? Like, is there a strategy to it? Like,
It's just
To make people laugh.
no, besides, no, bro, there's a
Okay.
science to this
No.
shit, bro.
it is. It's like I said, situational stuff that has actually affected me, and I see that it's funny in a way. Like stuff that offends people, it's funny to me. Like my favorite thing is making people uncomfortable and to talk about things that they don't supposed to talk about, so to speak. Like it was a situation. I made a sketch. Do you remember when Halloween came out? The new one.
Which
Halloween.
one? Like 40 of them.
It was Halloween Kills, and they had put something out that the LGBTQ plus community got offended because Michael Myers killed a gay couple in the movie.
Okay.
I'm like, he killed everybody in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, and that was funny to me. So I made a sketch like the politically correct killer where he comes in, and Chantel's in that sketch. He comes in and he has to debate, like, she act like she's a trans woman, so he can't kill her or he'll get canceled.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
He tried to kill the black people, like, no, we identify as white. You want to kill us? So it's just like stuff like that. It's funny to me.
That is kind of funny. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I would ever like comedy. To me, to do a short film or something in comedy, like I feel like that's so fucking challenging. Like that's so out of my wheelhouse.
It's not easy.
Nah, but I think certain people can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think just anybody can.
No, it's not. I've seen bad comedy, and it's like that's the hard part. Like, it's funny to me, and then the people around me, but then we got to show this shit to people, and then that night at the premiere, like, I hope this shit works.
Yeah.
It's just like
The bad thing
It's a
about comedy,
crapshoot.
the bad thing about comedy is like you said, it's like it's so easy to tell if they're liking it or not. So like in your mind, you're like, okay, here comes this joke,
right.
and then
You're like,
Crickets.
all right, maybe they ain't here. Turn
yeah,
the volume
seriously,
up.
it's literally like fucking crickets the whole time. And they're like, what the fuck? Like, damn, that didn't work.
Right.
I thought that was gonna be a fucking home run.
You gonna leave that on?
That turns off all it. So relax. Give it a second. Give it a second. Bro. We're advanced technology around here.
Sure.
Fucking shit. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Yes.
You enjoy the Super Bowl?
I enjoyed it. It was one of the better games I've seen in a while.
Was it? Let me ask, John. Did you get your score right? No, you were wrong completely. Right?
I was
completely wrong.
close.
Were you really?
No,
No,
not at all.
Because he was claiming that somebody had leaked the script of the game or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I saw
the
that.
That's what they were
fuck.
claiming.
The script,
That's what,
yeah.
Whatever. He's easily tricked into things.
oh, I'm duped.
Fucking. The only thing I didn't like about the game,
Mhm.
it was a good game, like you said. It was
Yeah.
back and forth scoring, which is what you want, high scoring game, whatever. I just felt like, bro, like they should have just scored and not
Yeah.
killed that time.
Oh yeah, well the guy
Right.
fell at the one.
Yeah, when he and then they're taking knees to try to kill. I know it's the right
It's
play.
it's like the great movie with the horrible ending.
Correct.
That's
I
what
I
it is.
understand that is the
Like an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
that is the
Yeah, right.
that is the LeBron thing, right? That is the right that's the right play. That is
Yeah.
the right play.
Mhm.
But it was not, to me, it was like even if you would have scored, right? How much time was probably left? Like a minute and a half?
Yeah.
Maybe.
They still would have won, but it would have
At
been
the
a
worst
little bit
case
more
scenario.
exciting.
Worst case scenario would have been a tie game going into overtime.
Well,
worst
how about
case
this?
scenario.
Jalen Hurts. How about you throw a better long ball?
That was
than
the
what you-
worst long
That
Hail
was it.
Mary. I'm like, what
Oh.
is
Did
wrong
it
with his
slip out
arm?
of his hand?
I was
It
hoping
did.
it did because it didn't even cross like midfield.
I'm like, dude, I hope everybody don't see you have arm strength right
Yeah.
now.
Bro,
I
you know who
mean-
they needed for that play? Fucking Rex Grossman. Fucking at least Rex
Gross
Grossman would have got it down there.
Grossy would have got it down there and threw an interception.
No, Grossman
he
would have
would've-
thrown it out the fucking arena, bro. Thrown it through the hole in the
that
ceiling.
was a poor long ball.
Oh, man, yeah, it was
At
so.
least you would have had something there, but yeah, that throw.
Oh, that
Like he underthrew Everyone.
Yeah.
Like how this guy.
For like
how
30 yards.
Yeah, by like fucking.
I think the camera like overpanned.
Yeah,
and it came
They had
back.
to come back.
What?
Because you couldn't see no players. It was just grass.
I'm like, was that a bad punt?
Yeah, right.
Oh man, it was an entertaining game, man.
I think the refs shouldn't have called that pass interference.
That too.
Like that was just like that kind of game. Like, come on, dude. Like, because that wasn't a catchable ball. Like, he overthrew him a lot.
I mean, by
But
the
then
book,
by the book.
they're right. By the book, they're
the
right.
book.
But
And they're
I
gonna
agree with
say,
you. It's
"Well,
like,
it looked overthrown because he held him and he was supposed to be at that spot." But I agree.
yeah,
I agree.
I really wanted an exciting ending to that kind of game
Yeah.
because it was a good game.
Yeah.
It just had an underwhelming ending.
They're like, oh, really?
Oh, and like they're holding the ball. Oh, here he comes. I'm gonna take a knee so I can kill this clock. Like that's just like you really want to win by a punt?
I mean,
by a punt, by a field goal?
Yeah.
Really? Like that's kind of I don't know.
Yeah.
What'd you think of? Yeah, what'd you think of Rihanna?
It was great. I was like, she should have had, in my opinion, if you're pregnant and you can't move around, have some guest stars. Some people show up.
Bro,
I
hold
feel
on.
like they always do. What happened?
Yeah,
Here's
that's
the
why
thing.
I was waiting for somebody to come out.
I was trying to figure out because I don't blame her because obviously she's pregnant. I don't blame her for. 'Cause
Right.
I didn't find it that entertaining. She can still sing. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
she can do her
nothing
thing.
wrong with her. She's an
Yeah.
amazing singer, right? I think some people criticize her voice. I don't know. I don't agree. I think she can actually. She's a really good singer.
Mm.
I didn't expect much from her because she's pregnant. I don't expect
Yeah.
her to fucking do flips.
Right.
Did you know she was pregnant?
No, I didn't know she was
I
pregnant.
don't-
But
me neither.
obviously, I saw it, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
like,
okay,
wait a minute.
I'm not upset at her because she couldn't do things,
Right.
but I'm upset at whoever put this together
Yeah.
because if she was pregnant, and I don't know how long she's been pregnant, but if let's say they planned this out for like,
We did a couple things about a couple months ago, and so she's like 3 months.
3 months pregnant, I think the production, whoever did, I don't remember what do we do?
I'm talking about me and Rihanna.
Oh, you're the father. You're the father.
Oh, how I wish.
Ah.
No, I'm a married man. Of course
Listen,
not.
I think whoever puts this together, I think it used to be like Pepsi or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna put this together and you find out that she's pregnant,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Go get. She has plenty of songs with other artists that were in the fucking building. Jay-Z was fucking there. She sings one of the songs
Right.
that Jay-Z's on. He's in the building. Just hey, bro, you want to come up here real quick?
Isn't he still like affiliated with the NFL? Like in charge? I forgot what
Sure.
this title was. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it wouldn't bug him.
right. Like,
You
all
know?
right, I can,
Go get fucking Eminem. He has a song with her.
ASAP Rocky, her boyfriend.
Is that who?
ASAP Rocky.
Is that her boyfriend?
Yeah, that's the guy
That's
that
the baby daddy.
shot
Yeah.
in her.
But she has a kid with somebody else too, right?
No. Yeah.
It's her second kid.
Yeah, the second one.
It's her
Shot,
second
shot
kid.
the
With
club
him?
up
With
twice.
him?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay. My bad.
think
My
so.
bad. I don't know. I don't follow people like that, bro.
Jeez.
I let them do their relationships, whatever they do. Here's another question. Here's a good one. How do we feel about what's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio dating a 20-year-old.
He's like what, 43 now, 44 something.
Yeah.
Like that?
I'm gonna give you another example of somebody else who's doing the same thing.
I think
on
he's
our
40,
spectrum.
48.
A second. Go ahead.
But you know,
He's almost 50.
He's rich, so I'm sure he doesn't want another 45-year-old, 40-something-year-old. Like now, that's what Chrissy Jones said. Like, it was like, why is your wife 20 years old younger than you? He was like, I don't want to date a 60-year-old. Like, what's wrong with you?
Here's the reason so people when it broke, I had read some posts on Facebook or whatever of people saying, "Oh, this is disgusting. Leonardo DiCaprio's disgusting. He's a horrible human being." I'm like, bro, he's doing what human beings do at that age.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm not saying I would do it. I would never date someone that young,
Right.
Right? Because I like to have something to relate to the person.
Liar.
Now, wait, hold on. Let
Huh?
me clarify.
What happened?
Now, if I was a man of his status,
Yeah.
meaning
Yeah.
I'm a rich man and I have options,
Yes.
then it's different because I can choose what I want to date.
Right.
At this point in my life, I have to take what I get.
Oh, I'm sure she's happy to hear that.
Oh, I love my girl, bro.
Okay.
I
Just
I
make
lucked
that clear.
out. I'm gonna
All
blur
right.
this out and
Yeah,
censor
okay.
this.
Yeah.
No. I'm very lucky with who I have. Right.
Yeah.
She's probably higher than what I deserve. But my point is, if I was a man
100%.
of Leonardo DiCaprio's amount of money, status, whatever he has, where he has options versus the average person doesn't, he's gonna pick, bro.
You have a
Guy,
yacht
it's
full of baddies.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's simple. When you see a yacht and you see the 70-year-old millionaire or billionaire who owns the yacht, what do you see tanning on the front of the boat?
You don't see any beef jerky skinned women.
Yeah, you don't see it. What do you see? Let's
You
be
see
real.
young, beautiful women.
Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that again. Me personally, right now in my life, I wouldn't do that.
Right.
But I don't know what they think.
Yeah.
You know, guys tend to date younger as they get older,
Yeah.
and girls forever love to have an older man. That's usually what they go for. Usually, I'm not saying every case, but for the majority, you ask any girl, who do you like? Like my sister, when she was young, right? She had a thing for Joey Fatone for some fucking reason. I don't know.
The Backstreet
What?
Boys?
The NSYNC guy.
He's like the fourth best guy.
He's like, like the one you don't hear in the song ever.
Right.
He's just there. The microphone's fucking off. He was just friends with everybody.
Right.
You know? So she had a crush on him when she was like in high school.
Right.
But why? Because he's not because obviously she found him attractive, but he's an older guy, whatever, he has status, blah, 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 blah. That's usually what happens. Girls tend to date older as men date younger.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't understand why everybody's like so tripped out about it. Like, first of all, they're not doing anything illegal.
Right.
No.
It just depends on when they started dating. Like,
Sure.
was he dating her when she was 16? Like, we ain't gonna make it public until you're 20. Or
Then you are completely wrong.
Right.
But at this point right now, the only thing we can judge is what we see, right?
What we see, right.
She's 19 or 20, whatever age she is, which is 100% legal. First of all, we understand that he's dating her because she's that age.
Yeah,
We get it. We're not stupid, right?
Yeah. It's
Not 'cause she's that
It's not
age
because
per
her brownies.
se.
Like, you know.
I mean,
Per se, sure, maybe.
it's not.
she's not
'cause
rich.
She looks good.
Right?
And then I can't say she's not stupid either.
Yeah.
She knows why she's dating Leonardo DiCaprio. She ain't stupid.
Yeah, if Leonardo DiCaprio drove a bus, she wouldn't be dating Leonardo DiCaprio.
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
Not with that fat head he has.
So someone else is doing the same thing as our good friend from Puerto Rico, Mark Anthony. So he just married. He's damn near, I think, Leonardo DiCaprio's age, and he just married a 23-year-old or a 22-year-old.
Oh, that's- I'm guessing that's
she's
disgusting,
Not
too.
with him because of his looks.
I agree. I don't blame them.
Right.
I'm not saying I don't see. Here's the thing. I look at it like none of them are doing wrong. Okay. He's dating her because she's young and gorgeous, and she's dating him because he's rich.
Yeah, she made an executive decision with her vagina.
Exactly. That's okay. Like literally, I got like the guy on Facebook was like, they were coming at me. And I'm like, bro, they just did what they wanted to do.
Did you say guys on Facebook?
Yes, guys on Facebook.
Got men?
Men were getting upset at this.
What did you say? Like,
So
you was posted
they were writing stuff like, "Oh, this is gross. They should be ashamed of themselves."
Oh
I'm like,
my
bro,
God,
they're not
that's
doing anything
for-
illegal. You're looking at it because, first of all, let's be real. Again, the average man isn't going to understand
Right.
because we are not in their shoes.
Exactly.
If you were, and mind you, I don't know how old these guys are. If you're in your 20s, you might feel that way because you're in your 20s. Wait until you get to be our age, where you're in your upper 30s or in your 40s or whatever. Then you really start to realize, damn, I really like looking at these.
You still
at
like
these young
these college
20-year-olds
girls.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck,
you
it
may
doesn't
not
change.
It doesn't change. As in right now, they're looking at college girls, but they're in college, so it's okay. But
Right.
remember, you're gonna get older. You're not gonna want to look at fucking Betty White
Right.
or whatever, and she's dead. But I mean,
Betty White, yeah.
that's the
Hey,
only real old lady.
like,
I
I've
know.
never said Viola Davis got a nice ass. I just,
I mean, she got amazing talent.
Right. She's
But,
talented.
but I'm gonna take fucking Scarlett Johansson before I take her. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I mean, she's a little younger. I'm just saying. But yeah, Mark Anthony's
he
he's
looks like a
staying young now.
skeleton. And like he looks bad.
he got talent though.
He
See,
got
they can get
talent.
away with that shit.
Yeah, he got talent and money. Like, he got J-Lo.
He had J-Lo.
He had J-Lo.
You know, I'm kind of
Snorting
mad.
that
So I'm a huge Mark Anthony fan, right? I love Mark Anthony.
Really?
I was really pissed off when I saw a somewhat recent video of Jennifer Lopez, and she was saying that she married Mark Anthony, and it was like Mark Anthony was a rebound. And I'm like, bro, you cannot insult my guy like that,
That's
bro.
fucked up, man. You don't marry nobody for a rebound. You fuck them. You don't
Yeah,
marry
I
them.
agree.
Like, that's a lot of
It's not a
stages to go, steps
I'll
to go
tell
through.
you what, that rebound marked you up for the rest of your life because he got twins with your ass.
Yeah.
He gave you
Who
whatever.
was the guy she was dating before him?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
You dated Ben Affleck twice.
And then she did.
For how
She
long?
went from Mark Anthony to A-Rod.
Yeah.
Then back
no,
to being.
no. She had the dancer guy in between.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
remember if it was after.
Casper?
Sure.
Why do I know this?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know which dancer. There's been millions. I think Jennifer Lopez is probably. Let's talk about J-Lo for a second. J-Lo has more rings than fucking Bill Russell. This is really. Did anybody notice how bad she kind of looked in the Grammys?
I didn't know. I didn't look at. Wait, was she that bad? I don't know.
Okay. So mind you, she's old, right?
Yeah.
She's not young. Some people are going to be upset about that I said this, but whatever.
She's old. I mean, it is what
some
it
people,
is.
Some people don't
She's
take
not
insulting
Jenny
J-Lo.
from the block anymore. Let's just be honest. It is
Jenny
what it
from the
is.
Walker.
Look, I have to deal with all my legends and people I looked up to what fucking dead or sex offenders. Like Little Kim looks terrible. I can't tell.
Little Kim.
Right. I saw my niece like, hey, this is the way Little Kim used to be like, who the fuck is that? Like, she looked like a little
Same
Asian
person.
lady. So
Did anybody see Madonna at the Grammys?
Madonna looks terrible. She
looks
looks like
bro.
the white Little Kim.
Bro, that
She's
lady, whatever
fucked up.
she's doing needs to stop.
And it's not gonna stop. It's like Joan Rivers. Like once you get the shit done, you got to keep getting it because you get older. So it's gonna get worse.
Oh my
You
god,
don't like the
She
cat
looks
lady.
like a panther.
Yeah, like the cat lady.
she looked bad. And then I think the worst part is she embarrassed herself. Not so. I would say her look. Excuse me. Her look was embarrassing. But when she like stuck out her leg to try to be sexy and no one fucking reacted to it, I was like, oh, somebody grabbed the big hook and pulled her off stage.
She got like the butt injection. She looks bad.
Oh my god, that was bad. But J-Lo, real quick. So J-Lo is trending in this thing again because how miserable fucking Ben Affleck looks. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna see if I can find it. I sent it to you, right? On Instagram, the video of
The Grammys.
yeah, the
where he's
Grammys.
just like kind of
can-
like.
He's just kind of like there. So
There,
here, I'll
yeah.
show it to you. So you can kind of see real quick, and then you can judge for yourself.
Like, you know how many guys here you fucked? And I've got to be acting like I'm normal.
Bro,
He looks bad.
I wish I had Jennifer Gardner back. Right.
yeah, I mean, she probably
Yeah.
looked. I mean, okay, so I think J-Lo. So this is the first time I saw, and I think she got caught unaware where the camera was,
Mhm.
right? So she looked her age,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like, it's not a pretty thing, and it's her fault because I would be okay with her looking old if I ever saw her looking old,
Yeah.
but I don't ever see her looking old. I
Right.
see her in full mask.
Yeah.
So then again, what happens when the mask comes off?
And let's be honest, that's a lot of miles that we know of that's been on her vagina. Like the guys
Yeah.
that we know. Let's not talking about the guys that she just like fuck
Sure,
because
sure.
you know
There's probably
like the
those.
unpopular guys that
Yeah.
like you know the guy that worked at the train station she thought was
Yeah,
cute like
yeah.
so she has a lot of mileage and Ben is just now feeling all that mileage like look
Or lack of thereof
Right.
feeling.
right he was like I'm fucking a Pringles can out here like I need to get with Leo and get a 20-year-old.
Oh man, she's a nice lady. Man.
She's
a
very
nice.
nice.
She's nice.
Right.
She can sing.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody.
Oh my god, said nobody ever.
Nobody.
I don't know, man. Here's my thing, because and mind you, we're Puerto Rican, right? So like, a lot of Puerto Rican, what's the word? Sympathy. Like they feel sympathize for her. I don't know why I couldn't say that. I'm sorry.
We do.
I think a lot of Puerto Ricans do. Right? They take her side versus anything. So if
Yeah.
Ben
No,
Affleck
she
breaks
looks
up
like a
with her,
bitch.
she's the innocent victim. You get what I'm saying? Like she never does wrong. I'm like, wait a minute. This girl has how many rings, bro? None of them worked. Okay? You can't tell me now that it's the men. The common denominator here is her.
Yeah.
She's the fucking problem.
Well, I guess she's like the champion for the women. Like,
Yeah.
I used to
Bro.
love Rosie Perez, but she just, she's old now. Like, but and then it's J-Lo. So it's just like every race got their champion, and then when people talk about it, they get upset. Like, black people fucking love R. Kelly, but he peed on underage girls. You can't tell a black person shit about you. Like, R. Kelly could have peed on your daughter in the corner. I'm still gonna play his music. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
I just
man.
don't agree with him.
Right.
But I like his music.
Right.
Can you imagine? You talk about champion? Can you imagine if Jennifer Lopez had that old WBC belt where they put the pictures of the champions? How long that belt would be? Holy shit!
Right.
Fuck me, bro.
That's just what it is. Every race got their champions, and you can't talk shit about them.
Oh my god, Jennifer Lopez, man. She used to be so bad. You think Ja Rule hit that shit?
He at least got his dick sucked.
Think so? It was him. It was her or Ashanti. Who you going with? At the time, Ashanti was a bad bitch, bro. She was a bad bitch.
She got thicker.
She's thick as hell, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And she kind of looks the same. She just looks older, but
Yeah. She ain't getting any work done, so I give her that.
Who you going with? You going J-Lo or you going Ashanti?
Are we talking about young?
Yes, in their primes.
Oh, J-Lo.
J-Lo?
100%. Do you see her in U-Turn with Sean Penn?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I feel like I might go Ashanti, bro.
I go Ashanti.
Oh, man.
I used to find her strangely very, very attractive.
There's nothing wrong. Ashanti is bad. She's like, for her to not to have like serious work done, she still looks good.
Remember when we were trying to figure out who was our weird crush that we had when Joey and Brian were here?
Yeah. I remember.
I figured out who mine was.
Which one?
I used to have a thing for Eve. Remember Eve, the rapper?
Eve from Rough Riders.
Bro.
Yeah.
But she's not your everyday, like not every guy's trying to, not every guy's gonna agree.
Yeah.
Like she was one of them from I don't know why.
Cute. She was cute. She didn't have like the big butt, big titties. She was just cute.
There's something about her, like them lips. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
She married like a billionaire.
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
She married like a billionaire somewhere.
Damn it, I thought I still had a chance.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
No.
God damn.
You don't even have a chance with Madonna right now.
Madonna looks terrible.
See, I don't even remember. I remember some like obviously I don't remember Madonna's run, right? Because she's kind of old.
Yeah.
I remember like a lot of her music videos, and I'm trying to remember one that where she actually looked really, really attractive.
It was in the 80s.
Yeah, Vogue.
Beginning of the 90s. Like, she had the blonde hair, the fake mole. I don't know if that mole was real, but she had her day in the
She
sun.
kind of looked like Marilyn Monroe.
Right, that
kind
was
of.
her thing.
Yeah.
I think her hottest fucking moment was when she fucking kissed Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now she looked like Jigsaw.
I was gonna say.
That's what she should have went on stage and started threatening people. You want to
She
play a
does
game?
look like Jigsaw.
Yeah, she looked like fucking Jigsaw.
God damn.
Fuck.
God damn. Bro, the Grammys were, I mean, did you enjoy you didn't watch Grammys?
I watched some of it. I caught like here. I was shooting, so I was like watching on my phone here and there.
What did you enjoy anything in particular?
I like the hip hop like homage, the tribute or whatever. Except like at the end, I'm like, why the fuck they pick? Like, I get you gotta add new music. I'm like, why the fuck do you put those two?
You know what I found interesting? Like fucking, this is when you start to realize your age, right?
Yeah.
So fucking, they had some older rappers that I remember from like the 90s. So like Nelly comes on there,
Yeah.
and like no one's singing the song with them, and I'm like, do they just not know it? Because I'm like, is he that old?
Because he was
Younger
really
crowd.
popular at one point.
Yeah, he had he still had the fucking bandage on his fucking face.
really? Right.
Yeah, bro. He's kind of swole too right now, bro. Them steroids.
And it's hard. It's like I wish younger people like. It's like my niece only knew the crackhead DMX. I knew the DMX that was actually one of the best rappers in the world at one point. And it's hard to like, hey man, that guy used to be great. It's like that guy? Like it's hard now.
But now he's like isn't he like a super Christian right now?
But he's dead.
DMX.
Yeah, DMX.
I'm thinking somebody else. From Rough Rider, I want to say.
DMX.
He's dead? When did he die?
Yes.
He died like
Recently?
a year ago.
Oh, like a year ago.
Yeah.
See, I thought you were gonna come and tell me that like 10 years ago. I remember he went like super Christian or whatever.
He was
and-
praying and
Yeah, he did the whole spiel with that, which I think is kind of weird.
Yeah.
When people are like rich and then they want to go Christian at the end
is
of
that-
their life.
was that weird?
Because they're doing it on purpose, bro.
They know to go see
Come on,
God, so-
yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. So I don't know if you know about these Hispanic singer rappers. So like Héctor el Father, right? His fucking ass, his last album is fucking Christian when yet all of his billions and millions of dollars were made talking about killing fucking people and this and this and this and that.
So he's changed.
He
for the
didn't
better.
change.
What's
He
the
knew he was
problem?
gonna die soon, so he's like, "Fuck it, I might as well make sure if there is a heaven, I'm gonna go to it."
He's trying to
That's
save
what
his
he
soul,
did,
right?
bro. He didn't find God.
Just like what you're gonna do on
He
your
didn't, bro.
deathbed. You're gonna be praying to God.
He walked into God. That's what happened, bro. He didn't find. He's doing that shit on purpose.
It is what it is.
Isn't it ironic that it happens that way? It tends to happen that
Who,
way.
you Alanis Morissette?
I'm just saying. Fucking, you know who else did that? Voltio too. Julio Voltio. He did the same shit.
So
All of us-
they're changing for the better. People grow up. People change.
He's changing because he knows his life is coming to an end. It's not because he wants to live a good life. He just knows his life's coming to an end.
Yeah,
That's all.
like I said, just like what you're gonna do.
Anyways. also Michael Jordan's birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michael Jordan. He's 60 years old. I feel a comeback coming. No. I feel like he's going to try to get that fucking record from LeBron.
No, I was going to ask you about that thing with Sam Smith. He was walking in Central Park in New York, and he was getting harassed by some old lady.
Sam Smith.
Yeah.
The sportscaster guy?
No, the singer.
Yeah. Singer? Oh, no,
British singer?
Not here. What happened?
So he goes on the Grammys and he's got these like devil horns on. You know, he's trying to be controversial. And now he's got people screaming at him in the park, say, "You're a devil worshiper. You're a pedophile. Leave the kids alone," and stuff like that. And I saw the comments and they were saying, "Well, he's a great guy. Leave that guy alone. He's an angel." Well, he's kind of not an angel according to his song. But my whole thing is, if you're trying to be controversial, that's kind of, it comes with it, right? That's kind of the backlash. Like, nobody feels bad for Kanye West when he says some crazy stuff. Like, come on, that's what you want.
You say that stuff, and you can't be surprised when you lose your sneakers.
Of course.
Like,
yeah, but his fans are like, "Oh my God, this is horrible."
That's one of our champions that people defend.
Who's that?
Kanye. People defend him no matter what he said. He's a genius. I'm like, I wouldn't use that word.
Here's my thing with Kanye and people that get in trouble for stuff like that. Like, I don't agree with what the fuck he said. He's out of his fucking mind. It's like Kyrie. Kyrie's another one, right? Fucking Kyrie says the earth is fucking flat. All right. I don't agree with you.
I don't think he actually.
I don't agree with you. Here's my only thing. It does not take away the fact that he can say it if he chooses to. That's my only thing. Like, I feel like people want to censor these guys. I'm like, yes, they're freaking weird and they say stupid shit. You don't have to agree with it, but we can't tell them they can't say it.
You can't say it, but it's like, you got to be prepared for what happens.
Oh, of course.
Like,
you can't be stupid too. You know what's going to come.
Right. Don't be like, I don't know why they took away my shoes. Like, yes, you do.
Yeah, you're just playing stupid at that point. Like, I don't know. That those guys, I don't know. Earth is flat. I don't know.
I don't think he actually believes that.
Bro, there's a lot of people that actually believe that shit, bro.
There's a lot of sheep in the world that believe
that's true. Bro, but I've actually seen like YouTube videos of flat earthers like debating normal earthers, I guess.
Yeah.
Bro, but they go so like hard at this, bro. Like you literally have no choice but to they believe this shit. You know, as crazy as it may sound, like that's insane. I mean, because there is a lot of evidence that shows it. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. I mean,
hey,
whatever. Did you hear about that train that crashed, that derailed a month ago? There's a new one too.
Another train derailed.
Another train. Oh, one in Michigan. Was it yesterday or today or some shit?
I didn't hear what happened. Like, it just derailed. A lot of people got hurt.
No. Usually these things are kind of happen like in open ass places because they're traveling cross country or cross whatever. But another one's falling off. The last one though, the big one, the one that they burned off all this chemical stuff and all that. How do you feel about that?
Michigan's been taking a ass whooping. So they happened in Michigan?
No, in Ohio.
No, this is Ohio. The whole
the big
Midwest,
one was in Ohio. Yeah,
Midwest is fucked right now.
Yeah, I think we're getting fucked up. We're gonna have the same Flint water that they had.
It's delicious.
It's such a controversy though, bro. Because I've been watching. I've been kind of following it because my girl gets into this stuff, so she kind of like, oh, did you see this? So I started looking into it, and I get stuck on it. The city's freaking out, right, and rightfully so, right. Something happened, right. My only argument would be, if they're doing what they have to do, why are people still saying, or why do people still feel like they need to do more than that? Do you feel that there's a process that has to be done, right? And this is what we have. So like we test this, we do this, we do this, we do this. This is how we deal with these situations.
Right.
And to me, I'm like, you're yelling at these companies and yelling at the government, but the government has nothing above that. This is how we deal with these things, right? And then I'm like, so what are you guys mad at?
But like, people don't trust the government. That's just what it is. Like, they don't trust the government.
And they probably shouldn't either.
And it's always
I would argue that's 50-50, bro.
Yeah,
I'd say it's 50-50. Because if it's something that was beneficial for them, they'd trust the government. But since it's not beneficial for them, they say fuck the government.
Just like the shot. Have people like, fuck that shot. Other people like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, is that science is odd, bro. Like, science has a procedure and how it's done, right? So like right now, the thing is, is the water safe and is the air safe?
Right.
Right. So they go in and they test the air and they test the water. It comes back clean.
Right.
Right. But then you have people coming up on the news saying, well, I got a sore throat or I got a rash or whatever. And then people start complaining like, oh, they need to do more. I'm like, I mean, they're doing what they need to do. They're testing it. Like, I don't understand. What else would you like them to do? What would satisfy you?
They would like to get a class action settlement check.
See, I thought I was the only one.
I just got one. It's great.
I thought I was the only one.
Right.
Like people, and then when I mentioned that, people like at work we were talking about it, and I'm like, I think he was real quick to answer and say, well, the government's lying to you. And I'm like, okay, let's just assume that's true. Do you think the people that are on television saying that this happened, blah, 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 you think they're not lying to you?
Right.
How do we know?
100%.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. That's the thing. So we kind of have to take it, as best we can.
When you grow your horn, put it on Facebook, and then like, see, I thought I was lying, right? Give me my check.
I just think, you know what I feel like? I think we need to move away from things that we shouldn't be fucking with as Americans. So like, nuclear power. I was talking with him after this. Like, obviously, we've had a few meltdowns in the world, right? But that's some serious fucking shit, right? Like, that's crazy. Do we really need to be fucking with nuclear power?
No, they still can't go to Chernobyl. And how long that's been?
I mean, I think I actually looked up Chernobyl recently. You could actually go to the building now, but the building, like where okay, so how to explain? So what happened, obviously, in that area, whatever. So the building blew up a little bit. So what they did originally was that they built a metal like sarcophagus, they call it, around the old building, right? And that building is starting to fall apart. So they built another building on top of that one to cover for like another 100 years or whatever to kind of keep the radiation in there. But like you can technically go in there now. Technically, you can't get close. You can't get into the original building, but you can get in the building.
Kind of like an Airbnb in there or something?
I don't know, but they sell tours of that shit.
I'm not taking that fucking tour.
Bro, they take fucking tours to that shit. But you can actually go into the city because the city got evacuated. Like it's literally looks exactly how it was when they left it. Like there's shit there that like people's houses are empty, fucking overgrown shit, blah 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 blah. It's crazy to think of that. Like that's got to be the scariest thing.
Yeah. And they want that to happen again. That can happen again.
Like, why are we still fucking with it? Like, I think if we were to Google how much power in America comes from nuclear power, I bet you it's not that significant. No, it's probably as much power as we get from like the Hoover Dam. Right? Is it that much? Is it really? Why are you making them faces, bro?
I don't know. I don't know if you're right or if
look.
You're
You got
just
the phone right there.
shit.
Google how much power. How much power in America is supplied by nuclear.
Dude, like, oh man.
Did I say that in the most complicated way? I feel like I did.
Exactly what you're saying.
While he looks that up, what do you find difficult when you're producing a film? Like, what's hard for you?
It's like
casting, all that good stuff, scheduling,
that's,
finding funds,
right? Finding funds, yeah. I was casting, finding funds. And now I'm not too worried about the whole cancel culture thing. I've found like you can be right on the edge of, talking about a specific thing or whatever without offending people. Like you can still offend, but long as you have I'm gonna bring it back.
Let me ask you a serious question on that. Mm-hmm. Do you think that should exist? Do you think that should be something? In fact, it's like cancel culture crap and having to censor yourself and blah blah blah.
Because it's like it's no limit of how far. It's like people go back. They want to cancel Pepe Le Pew, that old ass cartoon. It's like people should say what they want.
Hey,
but
I'm not even gonna lie. That's pretty offensive to French people. It's really funny. But it's pretty fucked up.
But
man.
It's like I'm not watching Pepe Le Pew. Like, what are you gonna do? It's not on the air anymore, right? Like,
no.
They try to cancel John Wayne. He's dead.
They were trying to cancel like Grease at one point because there was no African Americans in the film cancel or
Friends.
whatever.
Right? Let's cancel Friends. But it's just like no. It's like if different times. Those were different times in certain situations. That's just the way things were.
Yeah.
Certain times. So it's just like, I'm not offended by John Wayne. Like, I'm not offended by Walt Disney. It's just the way they thought. After John Wayne's like 100 years old. Like, he thought a certain way. Like, you can't be mad at that.
And I think normal people can watch a cartoon and be like, wow, that's how things used to be. Like, and
But
just
that's the fucking key word.
compartmentalize that. Yeah.
We don't live in that
That's
kind of
not-
world.
Yeah.
But it's like, if that's the case, you need to cancel your grandparents because your grandparents say
Yeah.
some fucked up
Yeah.
shit.
I've noticed people only want to cancel what they don't like, because what they do like they won't cancel. right. So like, let's be real. I love Eminem with all my heart.
Yeah.
But Eminem in his younger days was saying some crazy
Say
shit.
canceled.
Crazy shit.
And he hasn't been canceled,
he
right?
was
Fucking Family Guy
But he
says
was
some
trying to-
crazy shit,
but he
not
was trying to get
canceled.
We
rid
were
of-
talking about that. Like, I don't know if cartoons get a pass because if you go on Netflix, it is some crazy cartoons on there, and they say whatever the fuck they want. So
Really?
I don't know if it's a thing. Like, I'm talking about Family Guy, F is for Family, Paradise PD, like all those cartoons. They cross the line. They
South
way
Park.
worse than South Park. Like, they're bad. And no one says nothing about it. I don't know if it's like
I think it's because maybe
grandfathered in.
are they
or what.
popular shows? Because like
They're
Family Guy is very popular, so
Yeah.
I can totally understand
Well,
why people wouldn't
Pepe Le
want it.
Pew should be grandfathered in.
right. But it's like cartoons, they don't say nothing. Like South Park's still on the air and they still say shit. So
They were saying shit in the last episode.
Yeah,
the newest one, they were saying some shit with Kanye.
they talk about everybody. That's the thing. They talk about handicapped people, black people, Scientology. They talk about everything.
I guess I mean, if you're doing it to everybody, I guess it's all right. Like, fuck it.
I don't know, man. I just feel like I wish people were consistent.
Yeah.
If you're gonna cancel certain things, you got to look at everything. You can't just be like, okay, here's an example. You want to cancel Greece because whatever, right? Because there's no African Americans or whatever. Blah blah blah. Cool. We want to say we can't. What was Robert Downey Jr.'s problem because he had blackface on?
Yeah, and Tropic Thunder.
Okay, cool. Tropic Thunder. Cool. You want to say that's bad? Okay, cool. I got you. But we're okay with fucking Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans dressing up like white girls.
That's the thing. It's a big.
You gotta be. I get it. You gotta be.
I'm not. My thing is, none of it should be canceled. You should just leave this shit alone. Like I don't care that they were dressing up like white girls. I don't care. I don't. Just the same way it doesn't bother me that freaking Robert Downey Jr. had black. I was part of the script. What was the thing? What was the whole thing about that? He was
They were undercover.
he was an actor playing
a
a
method actor. Yeah,
Oh,
playing
yeah,
a black.
I got it.
So yeah, it's like I know comedians they had issues with that, and it's just like you go to a comedy club, and if a comedian makes fun of like a handicapped person, he's not talking about your handicapped brother. He don't even know your brother. So why are you getting offended by that? It's like
I feel like people are super sensitive now, and like maybe it started for the right reason, right?
Everything
It's
does.
It's
Everything
gotten
does.
to the extreme. I mean, you can't say a goddamn thing nowadays.
And
you
my
know?
thing is, you go back and look at old footage that somebody said like 30 years ago. Like you go back and watch Eddie Murphy Raw. He said some fucked up shit. In the Raw.
There we go. That's another good example. Remember,
Exactly.
like if you want to say, I remember people were saying, like people make fun of like there was a thing about Mr. Rogers
Yeah,
because like I think he had an African American
the mailman.
mailman
Yeah.
or whatever. I remember somebody saying something about that, and I'm like, well, I don't know if they were saying he was racist or whatever because
No.
only had one person in it.
Well, no, the thing was he invited it was a hot day and he invited the African American mailman to sit in his
to wash his feet or whatever. Yeah.
So that was never done on TV, and so people was like, "Oh, okay, that's different." Like, so,
I mean, I don't know. I remember that kind of. I think I saw it in the movie about his the documentary about his life or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. You want to say something about something like that? Cool. But what is Eddie Murphy doing in SNL? Dressing up like fucking Mr. Rogers or whatever,
Gumby.
or Gumby or whatever. Like, isn't that the same kind? Like, if that was in reverse, would you be mad? Probably.
right.
You know, like again, this goes with the whole switching of characters in films and whatever, and I'm like, why do we got to keep switching characters?
I wonder if white people get mad when they see like Chappelle dressed up like a white guy. He's like really pasty. Like I wonder if that cause I never heard anybody
find that hilarious.
right. I never hear anyone say anything about that.
I think you shouldn't say it. Just take it as fucking comedy. Just take it as it is. I mean, that's all it is.
That's the thing. If you go watch a comedy movie or you go to a comedy club or you watch certain things on TV, you're opening yourself up to like, I'm going to see something or hear something fucked up.
Sure.
And it's like, if you don't, let's not watch TV.
Agreed. I agree 100%. But but it's almost like I just don't like that it's kind of like a double standard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And Chappelle can get away with whatever he wants in this day, right? And rightfully so. He's a fucking legend, right? He can say whatever he wants, and that's great. But if you grab, give me an older, I don't want to say Jerry Seinfeld, he's not funny. Like a Dane Cook or whoever, right? Whatever. if he was to say half of the stuff that Chappelle says,
Yeah.
what happens to Dane Cook?
That's the thing.
That's where I'm like, bro, and this goes back to the whole equality thing, right? Do we want equality or not? Because if equality means that we all have the same shit, meaning Dane Cook can say whatever he wants. It's the same way fucking Dave Chappelle can say whatever he wants.
But the difference with Chappelle and Dave, like, Dave doesn't represent brands, so they can't take shit away from him.
Good point.
Like that's the one thing that he has.
Oh wait, he's another person who's dating a really younger chick too.
The Asian.
Yeah, he's dating she's young. She's young. She's young. She's a lot
this
younger
guy
than him.
is with a 19-year-old. So what's young?
Wasn't Dane Cook with her when she was like really young, like 18?
Yeah.
I feel like he was one of the first ones that kind of came out with that.
When I see that somebody like right at 18, I'm like, that means you was fucking when she was 16.
Yeah, that looks a little sketchy.
You were driving by that elementary school,
Right?
That's bad.
Or he had his fucking cell phone.
That's
like
bad.
right
That's
you
day off.
met her on her 18th birthday. That like you just happened to meet in that window.
He swiped left on her real quick.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like he was one of those first ones that I ever heard that was like super popular. Well, not super popular. He was never super popular.
He was pretty popular.
He was all right.
It was pretty fun.
He was all right. But he was like one of the first ones I remember people were like, bro, he's really dating a really young girl. But Brian Austin Green was dating Megan Fox too.
Mhm.
That's like the thing in Hollywood. I guess it's like they talk about like pedophilia and all that shit. So I guess that's the thing. You go to that party, one of your hoes might get violated. Like that's the whole. That's how Kevin Spacey got in trouble. Like that kid.
Kevin.
Like why was that? First of all,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he was wrong, but why was that kid at that party? like wait a minute. Let's start there. That's
Start with the
step
initial
one.
problem. Yeah.
That kid shouldn't have been at that party. Kevin Spacey shouldn't have did what he did, but that kid shouldn't have been at that party.
Hey, you know what I learned recently that I had no idea?
What's that?
I didn't know Tom Hanks' son was like some rapper. I did not know that.
Yeah, I heard about that. I know a producer. He's here, and he had him like he was staying in the studio rapping. I heard it was bad.
Was it bad?
Yeah.
I just find it odd because like
Bad, good,
that's
bad.
like the last person I would think would have a rapper's son. Like he's like Tom Hanks of all people.
Yeah, he's really white.
Yeah, like, he's
the
like-
guy who was an actor.
Ooh.
His son,
No, I don't think his son was ever an actor.
I never seen.
I mean, I don't know how many kids he has. He could have multiple.
Colin
kids.
Hanks.
Yeah, Colin.
Is it Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the rapper?
Yeah.
He's rapping now.
Think
Oh,
so.
that's-
See, look at how you said it. You're
They
surprised
shocked
too.
about it. Like, wait,
That
a minute,
acting
that
career
guy?
Did it work out?
took a turn for the worst.
You must have like absolutely no talent as an actor. If your father can't even teach, and he's a great actor, right? And
if
your
you
father
can't put
can't
that
teach you.
nepotism to work,
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
anybody see what's his face from Die Hard? He's bad right now.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he's bad, man.
I saw something like they did like everybody came over for Christmas and they're like that might be his last Christmas,
That's bad.
whatever. Like that's a fucked up disease to have.
And it just he got that way really quickly.
Yeah.
Like
If you notice, he did a lot. Like his last 10 movies were like straight to like a streaming platform, and they are fucking horrible. They're like bad. It's like literally I can tell like he's going bad. It'd be like a scene with him in like a room by himself, and he'll just do his dialogue, and that's it. And they put him on the cover. So he'll literally have like 2 minutes of like dialogue, like starring Bruce Willis and like Frank Grillo or somebody.
nowadays they're just using his name.
Right. So it was his last like 10 movies.
no, they were feeding him his lines.
Yeah, it's bad. It's like go on his IMDb and you'll see like from 2021 down to like 2019. Like how the fuck he did all these movies?
Half
Like,
his movies were shot
and
in
you
the last
never heard
5
of
years.
them.
Oh man, I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. So what's his face is gonna go to jail too? The guy who shot the cinematographer. He might go.
Alec Baldwin.
He might go to jail.
Because he's
boy.
part of the production.
team,
Yeah.
yeah.
So he's like responsible. Like if he was just on the set as an actor, he
Yeah.
had a shot. But
Because I defend. Okay, I don't defend him because obviously he did something wrong, right?
Mhm.
But like we were discussing why he would end up holding responsibility for this. Well, I'm like, well, if he would have just been an actor, like you said,
Mhm.
he has no fault.
right.
Because as an actor, my job is not to make sure that the gun is empty.
Exactly.
Oh man,
That's not my job,
Mhm.
right? And I've been on Chicago PD, and we've been around these weapons. The armorer comes around,
Yeah.
shows the empty clip to you, shows you this, blah 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 blah, whatever. That's his job. My job is once he gives it to me, and they tell me to pull a trigger, My job is to pull the
Yeah,
trigger.
how do you
Right.
talk your way out of that? I didn't know that gun was loaded.
It's negligence.
It's not
Who was
my
in
job.
charge of the props? I was.
It's
No,
negligence.
that's
Well,
different. If
you
you're in
hired
charge
the
of the
guy.
prop,
Yeah.
if you're in charge of the prop, that's your responsibility, not me as an actor.
Right.
My job is to pull the trigger. That's my job. If the gun has a bullet in it and it comes out, that's not my
But
job.
he was part of the people who.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying me, if it would have been me and I'm not producing, I'm clean. I'm clean. I have no responsibility.
His company, whatever it is,
Right, they hired her.
the stunt guy.
And then I heard that it was a girl. So I think she was actually relatively new at it too. They were giving her like a shot or
Yeah.
whatever. And I'm like,
Oh, they gave her a shot,
oh,
all right.
Shit. She's gonna
Jesus.
yeah, she failed.
she's gonna go to jail. I mean, Alec Baldwin might be able to pay his way out, but girl, she going to jail. She gonna be there for a while.
Right.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And it's like you think all the movies like The Expendables where there's like multiple gunfire and no one gets shot accidentally.
I mean, it has happened
It has
before,
happened,
but
but
it's not to the extent of what
The
people.
director gets shot. Right.
Yeah, but then again, even I think any misfire, I think for the most part, doesn't happen like that. I think what happens is people kind of blow it out of. Yes, it's a big deal. Someone died. Don't misunderstand me. But it's not like it's an out of control kind of thing, because
Right.
if that was the case, people would be dying left and right.
That's what I'm saying.
One
Like, and it's-
time is too many times.
Like, and
The guy
expend-
from The Crow, he
No,
died.
Brandon
But you're
Lee.
going to have accidents in in a lot of these things.
How?
What do you mean how? Because accidents happen for whatever reason, any reason.
You
It could be
shot the
anything.
main actor of the movie. How? Like that?
Because
That's
someone forgot to fucking clear the gun.
Yeah.
I understand that it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying accidents happen. You shouldn't fucking drive and get into an accident. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But it happens. Yes, that's why you have insurance. Because it's going to happen at some point.
you're supposed to have insurance.
Yes. Oh wow.
Houston.
Get that progressive, bro. Go talk to Flo.
Yeah.
Or who's the other? Never mind. I was gonna say Lily, but she's from AT&T. Wrong,
Mayhem.
wrong company.
Mayhem.
Just
is
thinking
what
about
it's-
Oh, hey,
Big
you know-
titties.
did you know that I did not know?
Huh.
Did you ever watch? Were you a Terminator fan?
Yeah.
Did you watch the TV show that they had?
I love that show. They just canceled it. I think it was. too
I
big of a
wanted it to.
budget.
I wanted it to go again.
Yeah, I
wanted
think the
another-
budget was too high because they was doing some like amazing shit in that show.
Yeah, it was actually interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
some episodes were kind of bad, but
Yeah.
some of them were like, I'm like, oh shit, this is kind of
Right.
cool. Like, what if a Terminator did fucking not land at the year it was supposed to land or
Right.
whatever? But because I started watching it when I was on vacation last. I started rewatching it on Hulu, the whole
Mhm.
thing, and the show opens up and it's Sarah and her husband, and I'm like, I know that dude.
Mhm.
And I'm like, where the fuck's this dude from? That's the Mayhem guy from the fucking
Oh,
commercial.
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's really him. Like, I didn't know. I mean, obviously this was prior to those commercials, but I'm like, dude, like, those are people that I'm like, man, they're good actors because he was pretty good in the show.
Mhm.
But the bad thing is we know him for that.
And I know him from Oz.
Oh yeah, I guess he was in Oz.
That was like I love like seeing characters in Oz. The guy that played Peter Parker's boss.
I acted with him.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
Yeah,
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. He was like an Aryan rapist on like, it's weird to see him in like regular roles now.
Here's my point with it, where I'm going with this. So like, I've always found it odd that, like, if I was a popular actor,
Mhm.
I would hesitate to be on television. And the only reason I say that is he's gonna be, oh, you mean you're gonna get paid? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, here's the thing.
Stupid.
You can stifle your own fucking career.
Mhm.
Look at how many actors are in these really popular 90s shows
Yeah.
and don't have careers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Mm-hmm.
Or you could not have a career at all because you didn't take the TV show.
Sure.
I know what you're
Yeah,
saying. Like
okay.
sometimes the character is bigger than the actor.
Correct.
Like small Tom Welling from Smallville. You really haven't seen him in a lot of stuff
Or,
since Smallville.
what's
Oh,
the-
you can name
Jameel
dozens
White
of
or
it.
Janelle White, the guy
Jameel
who played
Urkel.
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 Yeah.
Guy who played fucking Zach Morris.
Right. It's like their career. You would think their career would have like took another trajectory,
Right.
Because they were on a popular show. But
But we know them so like I remember I was watching a thing about the guy who played Screech, Diamond Dunst, whatever.
Dustin Diamond,
Dustin Diamonds, whatever. Diamond Dunst.
I was
Like a
going to say,
wrestler.
Diamond Dallas Page. for some odd reason.
I don't know if he said it or whatever, but they were saying that the problem he was having was whenever he would go audition,
This is
they'd be like, hey,
Screech.
Yeah, like you can't get over that. I think the only actor that really did that was Will Smith.
Yeah.
Because Will Smith is known obviously for playing Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but we separated that show to all his films.
You see Jaleel White, Urkel, you see Malcolm Jamal Warner. You don't say that. You say Theo Huxtable.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that goes against your theory.
What's my theory?
That TV shows stifle you.
They do. They kind of stifle your career.
It depends on the character.
Will
Like if your
Smith?
character,
He's one.
Yeah.
Martin Lawrence.
There's plenty more that aren't successful than they are successful. That's my point. And I think by a margin. Name me who else. Name me another one who's a big time actor.
Take what you can get.
At this point in my career, sure. Yes, I agree with you, but you understand my point.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, look at all the fucking Power Ranger actors.
Yeah.
None of them made it anywhere.
One of them
And they're
went to
all
jail.
actors.
I mean,
one of them went to jail.
I mean,
Who's in jail?
I didn't one kill somebody.
oh, but that was from the more modernist
Oh,
shows.
okay.
Modernist shows.
I remember one.
One of the original ones going to go to jail because he fucking committed fraud. Because he took the original Red Ranger. He fucking took he took the money from the COVID stuff and like made fake whatever to get the money to get the credit. Nice. Look at you.
God.
I mean,
Fucking idiot, bro.
hey,
Oh, fucking idiot.
gotta take advantage.
No, you can't, bro. Come on, man. That's wrong. You can't take advantage of money that's supposed to be for a good cause.
It is a good cause.
Yeah,
He's
that's
the
like-
Red Ranger.
He's saving the
Wrong.
world.
He's rebuilding the shit they
Yeah.
destroy every episode. Like,
Yeah, right.
Oh my god! You know what movie I saw recently that I was watching on TV? They were giving Godzilla versus Kong or Kong versus Godzilla. Did you like that movie?
yes, I mean, I wasn't blown away by it. I'm like, it's two big ass watches fight. It was all right, but I haven't watched it again.
So I think I watched it because it was on HBO Max during COVID because
Yeah.
it came out during COVID. I probably would never pay to watch it again, but since it
Right.
was on TV, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
I had it playing
It's
in
a
the
good
background.
streaming
right?
movie. If I went on to the movie theater to see that, I'd be like, what the fuck?
You know what I realized in that movie? Like, bro, these two fucking things, well, three of them, because at the end they have a robot Godzilla. They are tearing apart this city, and like no one in the cast or in the characters, none of them even reference that.
everybody's dead.
Everyone's fucking dead. Like they're all like happy because they won. I'm like, bro, you know how many people fucking died in this
Right.
fucking thing? Like, holy
Like,
shit.
it's people trapped under rubble right now.
Oh,
and
my-
you're cheering on Godzilla.
Yeah, it's like the Superman thing when he's fighting Zod or whatever. Like, bro, you know how many people are dying right now?
Like, that whole city's gone.
But we're gonna clap for him when he comes out victorious. Like,
Right.
bro, how many people died here? Speaking of which, are you a Marvel fan? You
I'm a good movie fan. Yeah, I like Marvel. I mean, I like DC when they fucking make a good movie. Like,
Well, the Flash looks like
that
it's got some
trailer
potential.
was. I actually stopped watching the game for 3 minutes to go watch
They fucking
the
tricked
trailer.
us. They tricked us, bro.
Yeah.
They fucking tricked us on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the
They were like, oh, we're gonna release a trailer, and then the trailer tells you to go look at it on YouTube,
Yeah.
which is fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's like, as long as I think they're gonna keep him out of jail because the trailer looks good, but I think they're gonna do their best to keep him out of jail.
Who, Ezra?
Yeah.
He's crazy, man.
Like the fact that he was in Vermont committing crimes. Like nobody goes to Vermont for anything.
He just likes to commit crimes in different states because he did the other shit in fucking Hawaii.
Yeah, like what? But when's the last time you said, "Hey man, let's go to Vermont"? like,
Like the most random ass fucking state.
and you
right?
were there committing crime. Like,
Yeah, good maple syrup there, I guess.
oh my god! Like you are a degenerate. You in Vermont doing this shit.
Bet you he ain't going to Russia to commit a crime.
Right.
He ain't coming back out. That movie, did you watch the trailer?
No.
Or she didn't.
No, Michael Keaton's in it.
I'm actually kind of geeked,
I'm happy
and
to
probably
see-
for the wrong reasons because
Right.
we should be geeked for the movie, not the fact that Michael Keaton's coming
Right.
back, but the fact that he's coming back. You know what's kind of pisses me off about this is that this is going to lead to nowhere, according to James Gunn.
That's the reason. It's like they said all this shit before Aquaman comes out. Why would I go see Aquaman now?
Right, because it means
It's-
it has no purpose.
It's no reason. It's like, okay, you think Black Adam tank? What the fuck you think Aquaman's gonna do? Like nobody. Like I'm gonna wait till it comes on HBO Max.
Is it crazy that the original Aquaman is like one of the best selling movies of all time?
on DC that Aquaman? I mean,
No, in movies ever.
oh wow,
Like I was shocked when
Sure?
yes, dude, it's like ranked like 5th
damn.
overall. Now, mind you, what's weird, even weirder,
Mm.
and it's almost insulting. The top like 10 movies are all like superhero films,
Yeah,
right? And then like really good movies, like I don't know, whatever, any movie
Like
fucking
Titanic.
Yeah, whatever.
Are
Well,
they
Titanic's
taking-
ranked up high, but what I'm
Are
saying
they
is
taking inflation into account?
probably not, but
Oh,
even then.
see, well, there you go.
No, but I'm saying even a modern movie, like to me, I think what's one of my favorite movies now?
Avatar.
No, that's actually up there in the list. Stupid. I'm thinking of something that's not up there in the list. So like I really enjoy. It might not be really good, but like
Princess Bride. The Notebook.
no, not that. No, Scarface. Fuck it. Let's go with Scarface.
Oh,
Scarface
Lord.
is nowhere near
Right.
top 10, right? Nowhere near it.
Mm.
It's a hell of a better movie overall than most of the Avengers movies or whatever, and it's nowhere near.
It's a rated R drug movie. How many
About
people did you think? Half the population couldn't
So
see
was
it.
the Joker.
About a guy that played Puerto Rican and did coke.
Cuban. Let's get that. Let's be politically
bad.
correct. Let's be
I'm
politically
sorry.
correct here. I'm kidding.
It had a horn.
Can we cancel him?
He's the
I
fucking
don't even blame this guy. I thought he was a Syrian. Like I don't know what type of fucking like what the fuck. That accent was terrible.
Dude, he said I was watching a documentary about the film, and they said that Al Pacino was rehearsing and practicing for like 6 months.
Where? The Middle East? I don't get it.
No, supposedly he was working with
Cubans?
with the other guy in the movie. With Manolo, the guy, his friend in the movie,
Oh boy.
who is the only Cuban in the film.
That was a
he couldn't play
mistake.
Scarface.
But he also plays a Puerto Rican in Carlito's Way.
Yeah.
So I mean, he likes to play
Sean
Hispanics,
Connery
bro.
could have did a
J-Lo
better
played
job.
Mexican.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
Yeah, she had that bitty bum bum.
Man, she looked kind of ugly in that film, bro. I didn't find Selena too pretty in her like the actual.
Really? I thought she was pretty.
I didn't find her too pretty. My point is, isn't it crazy that we come out in droves to freaking see a cartoon film or a comic book film?
Yeah.
But real films that are good, we don't
It's the
show
fact
up.
that kids can see them.
Yeah.
You can
Well,
take kids.
I saw, the way the movie industry is now, it's like they're not like films that they would give budgets to before. Like Matt Damon did an interview, and like movies he used to make before, like say like a Good Will Hunting. That movie, since there's no more DVDs, so say a movie
For
take
the
them,
kids that don't know what that is,
right? For the
we
kids,
used to have these plastic circular things,
They go-
and we would put them in these other machines, and they would display pictures on the wall.
right.
Wait, tell them about VHS.
We'll go back in time. We'll go back in time.
But so a movie tanks in the box office. Say the budget was $50 million and made 30. They could sell DVDs and recoup that money, and then still put it on pay-per-view or whatever. It's no more DVDs. So
good.
movies now, they don't give budgets like that. They just put them on the streaming platform.
So, do you think here's a question I've been talking about recently too? Do you think Hollywood is on its way out?
I don't think it's on its way out. I think it's getting restructured completely. Like all these streaming platforms like Netflix. And I don't know where Netflix gets their money from because I'm sharing a subscription with like 12 people. So I don't know how they
crack it
keep
down.
producing these movies.
Allegedly, he might be
Allegedly,
just saying that for
allegedly,
yeah.
Here's the thing. So, like, we were talking about, because obviously, like, Disney right now is on a steady downslope pretty hard right now in their films, right? Because nobody goes out to see them.
Right.
But I feel like they're shooting themselves in their own foot because they're releasing this shit on Disney Plus.
Right.
Or streaming platforms
At the same time. Yeah.
Maybe not so much now, but when the pandemic first started, they were releasing shit. And I understand at that time,
Yeah.
right? But you can't tell me that you're going to make the same amount of money releasing a movie on HBO Max and not release it in a theater. When I can, like you said, I can invite 20 people to my house.
Yeah.
That's 20 potential tickets.
Right.
Right. I mean, it's not a guarantee you're going to get 20 tickets, right? Because like my boss was saying, like, okay, there are those moviegoers that are going to go watch it in the theater. Some are not. Some are going to always wait for that. Yes,
Right.
I understand. But you have to, the possibility of winning that money has to be taken seriously. So
you know what I
have to
got
put it-
from that?
What?
You're inviting 20 people to your house to watch Disney movies.
No,
that's really weird.
I'm actually a
It's
theater
really
guy.
fucking odd.
I'm actually a theater guy, but there hasn't been a movie that I've wanted to see in theaters really that bad since Spider-Man Homecoming.
Right. And that's because they're literally, I don't see how these streaming companies are making their money. Like the ones, especially the ones that don't run like ads or whatever.
Right. Or you pay extra to
Yeah.
fucking, and how much extra? It's only like a couple dollars. I mean,
Right.
really, it's going to make that big of a difference?
Yeah, so I don't know how much longer this is gonna go because it's literally like, what's the movie? It just came out in the theaters and we saw it and like, what is Violent Night? Like we saw that in December.
Oh, that was the one with the Christmas movie.
Yeah, the movie was killing like Santa Claus killing people, and it literally was like 3 weeks later it was on the streaming platform. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Disney is guilty of that because I remember I went to go watch fucking Doctor Strange in the theater, right? I think it came out around the time of my birthday in May. Right. And like literally like maybe 3, 4, 5 days later, it was already on Disney Plus. And I'm like, well, it's still in the theater.
They're doing that because it's dog shit.
It's doing like it's tanking.
Well,
in the theater.
that's a different thing. So I wonder because they're losing money.
Yeah.
Right? They're losing money.
Like
yes, they have a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. They have money, but they're losing money, right? But the content that they're putting out is fucking
dog shit.
Really bad.
Morbius was dog shit.
A lot of it's dog shit. Fucking Eternals was fucking garbage. Yeah. Fucking Shang-Chi, I guess, you could say it defended itself, but it wasn't a success.
Glad I watched it on streaming. Like Shang-Chi, I could watch on the streaming platform.
But it wasn't a hit.
Right.
Right? Black Widow wasn't a hit. I mean, first of all, that was stupid. I don't know about you. I really hate sequels that are backtrack movies.
Yeah, like why didn't you put it out?
Yeah, like I don't give a shit about Black Widow. She's fucking dead.
Yeah, I don't.
There's nothing that this movie can tell me that's going to affect anything.
It's the same with Aquaman. Same exact thing. Like
with this one,
whatever happens,
it doesn't matter. It's fucking done. It's fucking who cares, you know? So here, I'm gonna tell you this list. So the number 1 selling movie of all time, what do you think it is, John?
Avatar.
Correct. Second.
Titanic.
No.
Inflation?
No, because it's modern.
Okay.
It's modern.
Star Wars?
No. Endgame. Endgame is the second most all time. So it goes Avatar, Endgame, Titanic, then Avatar, the new one.
Damn, already?
Yeah. Star Wars episode, what is that? V11. That's what?
7.
Sure. I said V because I wanted you to tell me what it was. Relax.
7.
Number 6 is Infinity War. Number 7 is No Way Home. 8 is Jurassic World. Then 9 is Lion King. I don't know which one. I'm assuming it's the live action one. Then The Avengers, Fast and the Furious 7. Don't know why that's up there.
Damn.
Top Gun made 12.
The new one or the old one?
The new one.
Okay.
Frozen 2, Age of Ultron, Black Panther. I'm gonna go up to 20. Harry Potter, one of them. I don't know which one. I mean, it says
Phoenix.
No, definitely Hollows Part 2.
Okay.
Then Star Wars Episode 9. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Frozen Part 1, and then Beauty and the Beast. I'm assuming it's the live action one.
Right.
Both Frozen.
All those fucking movies are fucking cartoon shit, bullshit. It's nothing serious.
Like the Fast and the Furious, like
oh my God.
Jurassic World. I'm surprised like the original Jurassic Park.
I think that's like 15th or something. I mean, not 15th. I'm sorry. Like 35th or something. Right. It's still pretty high.
But the Jurassic World was like bad. Like,
you know what? Some things need to die.
Yeah.
Like they shouldn't do them anymore.
Right.
You know, I think with Jurassic World, the first of the new ones wasn't completely horrible to me.
Right.
But I think what it needed, like the parts that excited me was when they were in the old visitor center, when the kids were in the old building or whatever, and you saw some of the old shit. I'm like, that's cool. Put more in it. No, they blow up the island in the next fucking movie.
Right.
And then you expect me to believe that fucking people are drug dealing dinosaurs, like fucking cocaine. Yeah, the last one. You expect me to believe
like
that
a little
shit?
hut, like walking around with like a chain.
Yeah, like they're in a bowl, like in a ring, fighting each other and shit. While people are fucking throwing money at it, like chicken fighting. I'm like, you really telling me that's what it is?
I'm picturing Bloodsport right now.
Dude,
the guy screaming.
It's crazy when the original movie was so simple and so good.
Yeah.
You know, even the sequels for, maybe not the third one, but the second one wasn't that bad. Yeah.
Is the old man from the original dead?
Yeah, the
actor,
John Hannon. Yeah, in real life, and in the movie.
Probably a long time ago, right?
I want to say he died right before they were filming Jurassic World.
Because
they did that statue. Because they were going to use him in the film, but he died. So they put a statue of him in the film or whatever. I don't know. Some things need to die.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he did.
And it's got dark,
bro. That's bogus, bro.
Dark.
That's fucked up. The other thing I don't like about those movies is like they always bring back all these old characters that are like too old to be doing what they're doing. Like fucking, they're all back, right? In the last one, Dominion is what it's called.
Yeah.
So the old Alan Grant's in there,
Yeah.
fucking Ellie Sattler's in there, Malcolm's in there.
Yeah.
They're running from dinosaurs, but yet they're like 80 years old.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to believe
Right,
that?
that was their attempt to let's bring back the old crowd so they can come and see this movie.
It was terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
And none of them had good performances as actors.
No, they had like perfect opportunities in different scenes, but it was just like
I feel like the only one that did well was Jeff Goldblum, but Jeff Goldblum just plays Jeff Goldblum
in
in
every
every
movie.
fucking film. So it's like,
He's great.
because he is, that's who he is.
Who's the girl?
I forget her name.
I
She was
seen her in a movie where
she was
she
in
got-
Star Wars.
yeah.
Was it
She was in Star Wars. She's one of the lead like captains. She dies at the end.
the girl from the original?
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know she was like almost like I want to say almost 20 years younger than what's his name? Patrick Sam something, the guy who plays Alan Grant.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? His real name? It's like Sam something. Whatever.
Sam
But they
Neill.
were like their age gap was like pretty big
Oh damn.
as actors, right?
I seen a movie of her where she was getting fingered by like a 13-year-old boy.
That's what you remember?
That's wow.
I saw
Is
that.
it Freddie got
I
fingered?
mean,
I don't know.
no, that was Tom Green.
I don't know.
Idiot.
You need to stop.
Chris Pratt plays Chris Pratt in every movie. I just
Well, he's gonna play
Yeah,
Mario
he
now.
does.
Go play-
He's gonna play Mario now. Fucking
Actually, that
shit.
Pablo Pascal.
Did you saw that
pretty good job.
SNL thing
Yeah.
they did? That was funny.
What?
That's my
With
favorite
the real,
show right
the
now.
real, the like a dark version of
Yeah.
Mario. I started
Yeah,
watching
that's
some of
really
it.
cool.
It's
hilarious.
me, Mario. It's really good.
Yeah, I saw some.
I like
saw
that
some of
one.
it.
And when they did the Joker, no, the Grouch. Did you see that one? It was they
I
played
got-
off the
yeah,
Joker,
yeah,
but they did the
yeah,
Oscar
yeah.
the Grouch.
I think the funniest thing with like Mario that I ever saw was fucking what was Steph Green's
His
show?
Robot Chicken.
Robot Chicken.
Yeah,
That was funny, bro. Oh, there was two of them, right? There was one that was like San Andreas
hmm
or whatever, and then there was the one where they
Raccoon
find
City?
well, that was at the end.
Oh, okay.
And then
yeah.
there's the one where like they start knocking on the coins and they get a bunch of them and they start living like rich people. Bro, when Luigi goes into the garage and he tells the girl with the nose thing. Bro, dude, he goes to her. He's like, yeah, me and Mario, we got used to living with the finer things. He goes, why don't you show me what you could do with that honker of yours? And then she's like, I don't know. And he starts giving her coins. He zips down. He's like, ding, 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 ding. Oh, I'm sleepy.
Oh my god,
Bro, that shit made me laugh so fucking bad.
That was so
bro.
underrated, Robot Chicken.
It got
Oh my
canceled, right?
God.
Or does he
on
still,
Adult
does he still do it?
Swim, it might be on like Paramount Plus or something like that.
Oh, you know what? He's getting old though. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you know how he does the voice of Chris in
Yeah.
Family Guy, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear Chris anymore.
You hear
I hear him.
like
Like I remember him in that movie with Will Smith and Gene Hackman. the one
Enemy
that-
of the State.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he was in it. He was part of
Yeah.
the freaking government that was
Jesus,
watching.
This guy's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything you talk about, he knows.
Bro,
Yeah, I watch a lot of movies.
so that was a crazy ensemble of actors, bro.
yeah, they had Gene Hackman, Will Smith,
Jack Black was in that
Jack
movie.
Black.
Fucking
Was he?
yeah, he was one of the guys in the van.
Was Jamie Kennedy in that?
Yes, he was in it too.
Yeah,
Bro, there was a lot of people in that film. That film was pretty good.
Yeah.
That film said a
it's
lot.
underrated
Yeah.
because it's like that was the first Big Brothers watching kind of thing.
Bro, watch that
Yeah.
movie now and relate it to how the world is today.
Yeah,
Bro, it's kind of
Oh,
scary,
you can do
bro.
that with
like
a
your
lot
cell
of
phone,
movies.
you like
That shit was.
I need to go get some weed, and you get like dispensary ads on your phone.
who was,
Like, man, what the
who
fuck
was his girl or his wife? She was hot.
Was it?
Oh,
Regina
my-
King.
yeah,
yeah.
but, oh, she was hot too.
Yeah, she
And
had
back
that
then.
scene when she took her clothes.
Oh, yeah, you know. You know, you
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah,
It looks better on me. Sucia.
that was one of his better Will Smith better acting roles because he didn't
Oh,
play
yeah, that was-
Will
what was he
Smith.
coming off at that time? I think he just finished like Men in Black 1.
Yeah, it was something
right?
like that. Yeah,
He was still pretty young.
yeah. But that's
he's,
a
he's had a couple good ones.
That's
He's
an
had a lot of
underrated
good
movie.
ones.
What was that robot one? I like that one.
I-
iRobot.
iRobot, yeah.
I like that one. That was decent. I
Duh,
didn't-
it's in the
that's what a
name.
really fucking young Shia LaBeouf before he went crazy.
Yeah.
He was really
Hey,
young
that's
in that
my
movie.
guy.
He was really young.
They're doing an I Am Legend too.
Oh,
just heard that.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
I thought that movie didn't do that well.
I guess
Why
it
would
did.
they-
It forecasts the future though, because there's a scene in the beginning when he's driving that Mustang and the gas. Well, people were flipping out when they saw the BP sign that said like $4.99.
Right.
And little did they
That'll
know,
never happen.
Yeah, we were all like, it would never
Right.
happen.
Like,
Yeah,
it
just
man, we
shot up
doubled
straight
that
to
shit.
5.
We doubled that shit. Fucking shit. That movie. I mean, I would say Will Smith's best film, in my opinion, was the one he won the Oscar for, was King Richard. That was a really good.
I
movie.
like King Richard. I
He was-
like that.
Character wise,
Boy, what happened that night?
got crazy, bro.
Yeah.
You do a lot of stupid shit for
That-
love, apparently,
That dark liquor.
bro. He crazy. That shit was crazy. You think he bounces back from that?
I think so. I mean, everybody forgives at some point. If he would have smacked someone of a different race, maybe not. But it's
Can you imagine that would have been? Oh,
Maybe banned
bro.
for life instead of 10
right.
years.
You imagine that would have been like a classic fucking comedian, like David Letterman or some
Right,
shit. Oh,
smack
bro.
Dave
Yeah,
Letterman,
man.
yeah.
At minimum, escorted out of the premises.
Yeah, he wouldn't have walked back to his seat. I can guarantee
Yeah, he would
that.
have got tackled. But then the funny one was like, would he have done that to The Rock?
That's what
If
everybody
the Rock,
said.
if the Rock, because I think he was there, wasn't The Rock there
Yeah.
or whatever?
The Rock, like any other, like Chris Rock is like 165, with his suit on and a brick in his pocket.
Yeah.
So
He knew.
You know what? You know what else I realized? Everyone else there is a bunch of pussies because none of them went up to separate them. Nothing. Nobody reacted.
said anything.
Nobody. I'm
I think
like,
they
bro,
thought
The
it
Rock.
was staged.
Bro,
Yeah.
I don't care at that point, bro. You gotta.
I'm like, yo,
Bro, like-
if you my friend, I'm like,
Yeah.
you didn't tell me about it. First of all, like,
I mean,
I'm
come on,
running
Denzel. I thought you about that. Like, what happened, Alonzo? Come
Right.
on, bro.
Like, if you, I know you and we're cool, and you didn't tell me, like, hey, I'm running up on stage.
Fucking Denzel should have got up there, bro. You run shit, right? Come on, bro. You run shit here, right? You
This
just
just
live
goes
here.
to show, like, things pass. Like, it feels like that was like 15 years ago
Yeah.
already.
Does it?
Like,
I'm still kind of
really?
new in my memory still. But that was
Because
huge.
people keep saying that keep my wife out of your name kind of thing, because they was in like the Best Man series. Somebody, Terrence Howard said the line. So I think eventually people forget about it. He won't be at the Oscars. So-
No, that's for sure. That's for sure. You think they should have took away his award?
I don't. That's just saying, like, he earned that award.
Sure.
I don't think I get the ban. That makes sense, but you earn that. That you were getting that award before you slapped him.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I think it was. I would have handled it like this. I would have been like, bro, you could stay there, but you're not coming on this stage.
Mm.
You can send your management to come get you're gonna get the award. You earned
Right.
it, like you said. You're gonna deserve it, but you don't deserve after that.
to
You don't
be
deserve
on
to
the
be up here and say
stage
something, bro.
And like, you didn't issue an apology. You didn't like, nah.
Has Chris ever said anything about it?
I think
I know he did. I know Will
yeah,
did.
Chris is doing the stand up, and so I know he's supposed to be doing like a live Netflix show. So he's gonna be doing stand up live, streaming it live.
It's coming.
I think he's gonna say something
Oh, it's
about it.
coming.
Yeah. So that's the funny part.
And the
like,
you know what's crazy is like I feel like you know that part. So he slaps him right,
Mhm.
and then he says something to him, and then he's like he does that like I was about to let go of a bunch of shit, and I'm like, bro, Chris Rock is the last person you really want to try to upfront like on stage. He's gonna blast you
right.
hard as fuck.
Well, now
'Cause-
imagine him with time now.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
The time and working on it on stage. Because he could have went another route if he wanted to. Like, we all know your wife's been fucking like your son's friend, and
Yeah.
everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
He could have went that route. The G.I. Jane joke, that wasn't even. If he didn't know she had that disease, that's one thing.
Right? If he knew it, did it on purpose, then I'll say, okay, that's a little
Yeah.
bit out of taste.
But
Cool.
he just said it wasn't even a ha-ha joke. Oh, G.I. Jane, I get it. She's bald. For anybody to remember G.I.
Yeah.
Jane.
If you're old enough to remember
Exactly.
the fucking movie.
G.I. Jane was hot. She's really hot.
So it wasn't like he was malicious. He didn't say nothing about August Alsina. So
One more thing about movies. What was the worst movie you saw since the pandemic?
Morbius, hands down,
I think I might have one worse.
was the
You watched The Matrix, the newest one?
I couldn't get through it. So maybe that I couldn't get through it.
I would pick
well,
the one you couldn't
Bro,
get
I didn't
through.
watch Morbius because I just knew it was gonna be hot
I
garbage.
knew. I bet my friend, and he like, I'll pay for your ticket. We went to the theater on the opening weekend. it was 6 people in the theater. I'm like, this fucking movie is dead. Like,
Holy shit.
It was 6 people opening weekend.
Did Jared Leto not do it good at all?
Man,
Is it him or the story?
The story is trash.
I also heard they cut a bunch of shit like last minute.
Yeah,
they had to tie in with like Oscorp and whatever and all the shit I want to see. They cut it out.
Yeah, it was bad. It was not a good element in that movie.
Oh god, I think the COVID savior was No Way Home. That movie was good. The Spider-Man one.
Yeah, I like.
Did you
that.
watch? You still haven't watched?
no,
it.
it's,
And
It's actually worth
if
watching.
James Gunn is smart, he has the opportunity to pull a No Way Home kind of thing.
I think that's what he's doing behind the scenes.
I
bro.
think he gave a lot away in that trailer. So I'm like, either you shooting all your shot now, or you got something in the chamber.
I think what he might do. You know how they had hired Henry Cavill and then they let him go again or
Yeah.
whatever. Blah, blah, blah. He came out in the Black Adam movie, whatever.
Mhm.
I think what he's gonna do is a No Way Home thing. So
Mm.
we're gonna say we let them go,
Yeah.
right? So we're gonna establish new characters,
Mhm.
right? But we have all these legacy characters in our back pocket. So what's gonna sell? What's gonna sell more? We keep them and do movies with them, or we say we fired them and then bring them back.
He would go down in history if he did this. He has an opportunity to be like the greatest. He'll teabag Marvel for the next like 5 years with that.
Now, and this is where I'm like, you ever ask yourself when are these movies gonna stop?
They're
Like,
never
so-
gonna stop. They got 100 years of comic books.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they're not selling like they used to,
Mhm.
right? It's Marvel, obviously. This is the case we're talking about Marvel. So the big bad was Thanos, right?
Yeah.
And when that was building up, oh, he's the most powerful villain in the whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was a bunch of bullshit because now, what's his face? Kang is
Now,
from
yeah,
whatever.
right.
Jonathan Majors is the big bad, right?
Mhm.
He's the most powerful thing in the universe until the next saga, and we got another one. It was like, when do we get? Like, there has to be an end. I've always said this.
Mhm.
If Marvel would have, and it was never going to happen, but if Marvel would have said, Endgame is going to be the last one
Mhm.
for 10 years,
Right.
I would have been super happy because that was a beautiful ending.
Right.
Should have left it right there for a little while. Let it settle and then come back. But they came back the following week.
The new phase. Phase 4.
Like they don't let you feel anything.
They want the money. It's a money grab at this point. Like you got Black Panther making $1 billion. This movie making $1 billion.
Did you watch Black Panther?
Yeah.
Is that any good?
I liked it. It was a good. The acting was amazing. It was a good story.
I heard that. I heard the
Yeah.
acting was really good.
It was just like the first one was so good. That's why people have things to say about the second one. The second one wasn't a bad movie.
Because I feel like sequels never live up.
Yeah.
It's rare you find
It-
sequels that fucking live up
Yeah.
like that or surpass.
Yeah, I like the second one. I have no issues with the second one. If you wanted T'Challa in it, he's not in it. That's just what it is.
Sure.
So
He's no longer alive.
right. And so that's what people went in it. Like I think they were thinking he's gonna, they're gonna have another T'Challa or whatever. So
I just feel like these movies have gotten to the point where like you cannot get away from nostalgia to try to sell.
right.
Like again, No Way Home is a prime example. As good as the movie was,
Mhm.
which I really enjoyed it, but I enjoyed it because of
Yeah.
the old Spider-Man in there,
Mhm.
right? The same reason why I'm gonna enjoy The Flash. I'm gonna enjoy The Flash more
Yeah.
because Michael Keaton's in it,
But that's what's
not because fucking The Flash is
Right.
in it or Supergirl or
that's
whoever.
what's selling like requels. That's why they doing like the Scream. And they brought, they had the whole
That
explain
needs to die too.
what the requel is. They bring some of the legacy characters back so people will see those guys or whatever.
These movies just need to stop. We cannot come up with anything
They-
fucking original
They
anymore.
doing another Final Destination. No, not Saw. They doing another Saw coming out.
Really?
Saw X.
I prefer another Final Destination.
They're doing.
over Saw.
They're already on 10 Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah. They were when I saw Ludacris and Tyrese in space, I'm like, I fuck this man. Like what?
I lost that. I stopped watching. I stopped taking those movies seriously after The Rock's first one, when they were in Brazil
Oh yeah.
and they were flipping that bank around, trying to.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were crushing cars with that bank vault.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can accept this, but you're at that borderline already.
Right.
And then after that movie, yeah, they're already.
When I
bad.
saw Hobbs and Shaw and The Rock was holding the helicopter with one arm, I'm like, fuck this movie.
And he's not even a super soldier.
Right.
What the
But
fuck?
He wanted to do the
That was
least-
probably his idea too.
At least fucking,
Oh, I'm
you hate
strong
The Rock.
enough to
You
do
hate-
that
you
in
hate
real
The
life.
Rock with a passion.
He is so. He ruined Black Adam. Like he ruined that
Here's
movie.
my question.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I'm not excusing him, but here's my question. How much of that was directors telling him act like this? Because I didn't like his performance either.
His performance was ass. He was.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do. He was
It's
like
him.
he's like a Terminator. Like he didn't
Yeah,
do
he
shit.
did nothing. He did absolutely nothing. Tell him the Men in Black sent you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, but my question again: how much was that him,
I
or
bet you
was
that
that
was all
direct,
him.
or was
I
that
bet you
direct,
that was
directing
all
telling?
him.
No, because he's a little more
Because
charismatic than
but
that.
he had part of the production. He was part of producing the movie. So
There you go.
He
It's his
had
fault,
say,
too.
and yeah, it's his fault too. And it's just like he's too bulky in that stupid ass suit. Like he just looked
Bro,
weird.
the best scene in that movie was when Henry Cavill was there. That was
Yeah,
like the
the
only
answer-
thing that was exciting. It was like, oh shit, he actually might fight Henry Cavill. Cool. And it's
and-
not gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's just
They fired everybody next week.
I just get mad when like movies are not consistent. Like they made the Suicide Squad a bunch of criminals. This squad just in case Superman goes bad, right? Meanwhile, the Justice League Society is chilling. Like, what about those guys? They're
Where
not
the
gonna
fuck y'all
help
been?
out.
Where the fuck y'all
been? Like, you
They
know,
don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up when your cartoon movies in
Oh,
DC
way
are better
better.
than your fucking
I'm
live
like,
action
just
movies.
do that. Just do,
Bro,
just do that.
Let me tell you, I in my head, I love the old 90s Batman animated show.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Like if you, bro, the material's there, DC. Just make the fucking
They have
movie.
the comic book. The Flashpoint movie was brilliant.
You know what
The,
movie?
cartoon.
You know what episode of the animated show would be amazing on film? I think the Clayface one,
I remember. Yeah,
bro,
Yeah.
because he's like an actor. You remember that show, that episode for Clayface? So it's an actor,
Mhm.
right, who had an accident, and Daggett Industries makes this like putty where like he can rearrange his face to look
Yeah.
normal,
Right.
right?
Okay.
But the catch was that he blackmailed him or something to do crimes for him against Wayne Enterprises. So he would make
So
his
he can
face
get
look
his
like.
putty face.
So he would put his so he get the putty face. So he would make his face look like Bruce Wayne, and he would go after Wayne Enterprises or whatever, right? But then whatever, and then they put the fucking putty in it. He makes him eat it or whatever. And he turns into this Clayface thing. But at the end, it's trippy because the end, Batman's fighting him, and then he puts his face of all his actors on the screen, and he starts going crazy. He can't control his formations. It was kind of creepy looking, bro. That's
So they just ripped off the Terminator when he was dying.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
he was dying.
The Liquid Terminator.
Oh,
Terminator
Liquid
2. Yeah.
that actually, what came first?
Oh, it's close.
Because Terminator was what? Terminator 2
92.
was 92?
Yeah.
That one might have came first. Whatever. It was better. I mean, every episode there
Come
could
on.
be really good,
Yeah.
bro. The Two-Face
I'm
two-part
sure.
episode is fucking amazing.
Yep.
Everything.
I like the whole Dark Knight series cartoons they have.
The 1 and 2, you talk about the Miller ones?
Yeah.
Those were good
Yeah.
movies, too.
The Flashpoint movie was great.
The Flashpoint
Flashpoint
show
Paradox.
is good. The freaking shows,
The shows,
are
right.
better than the fucking movies, bro. My sister loves those fucking Flash shows, bro. She's pissed off that it's got one more season.
Right.
But anyways, and we get off on talking fucking. We talk for 30 minutes about fucking superheroes. Right? Where can people reach out to you if they want to get in touch with you?
Jay Davis, JAY Davis TP on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what's the other one? Snapchat, TikTok, and Jay Davis TP.
Cool. You got projects coming up?
Yeah, I got right now streaming on Tubi, Creative Hustle, and EDYH, both streaming on Tubi right now. They both came out on last Friday, right before the Super Bowl. And shout out to Tubi for those great Super Bowl ads.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question before you leave about that. But what are you gonna work on coming up? Anything that maybe somebody might be want to throw a headshot at you, a resume at you?
Yeah, we're right now we're gonna be shooting, me and my partner Omar, Alicia, Toya. We're shooting a horror anthology. I'm not gonna say the name yet, but we're shooting a horror anthology like this, about 15, 20-minute shorts, and they're all gonna be like about 6 episodes.
Are you casting though right now?
We're
Are
still
you-
casting.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
cool.
still.
So if
we're-
they want to audition or whatever, they
Yeah.
should reach out to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually post something about actors and stuff, looking for actors or whatever, because we got a lot to shoot. We're gonna be
Right on.
shooting
That
pretty
was
much for the
his
whole year.
not so subtle way of saying he wants to be in it. And he wants to get paid.
That's
Was it?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay, so I was wrong.
First of all, I am an actor who likes to help.
Yeah.
So I will do things for free. That's how we help. That's how we help each other in this business, bro. Just saying, John, you should help out. Maybe
What are
more
you-
often with
What do
this,
you mean?
with anything. Maybe clean a little bit. I don't know.
Clean.
Pick up the empty bottles. I come in here and there's like 12 bottles here. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna put you on the spot that much.
All right.
God damn.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time, man.
Awesome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. If you have any people that would want to come on the show,
I do.
Let me know and we can get them on. We can have a good time. You can come too with them if you want.
Oh, that's what's up.
And we'll have a good time. You got anything else, John?
No projects.
No projects.
Because I'm not an actor or a director.
I'm gonna give. I swear,
anything
one of
like
my
that.
shorts. I'm gonna give you a spot. Bro.
I decline.
Already?
Yes.
You gonna hear me out?
I pre-decline.
What
to
if Scarlett
everything,
Johansson's in it?
Then I'll think about it.
Really? You got to think about
I
that?
mean,
You're crazy.
She's got to be all in first.
You're
and full nudity.
You gotta do.
No,
it'll
no.
be like the Marriage Story. Was it that she was in with Adam Driver?
No,
And she kind of doesn't cheat on her husband. And she's in a car with another guy. She's like, I just want you to finger me. Just finger me though. That's it. I'm like, okay, I'm down. I am down. I would not be able to film a scene like that, but sure. You're willing to come back again?
I'm ready. Yeah, whenever you want me to.
Right on.
Me too.
Again, you're here. You live
Me
upstairs.
too. Yeah.
I appreciate you coming down, bro.
Oh, thanks for having
Sharing
me.
with us, having a few laughs.
Mm.
Hopefully we weren't that annoying or whatever.
Oh, no, you guys are great.
Um,
I was worried about him shitting on himself. He's moving now.
No, I'm good.
He's
I'm good.
He's getting
I'm
ready
good.
for me to.
It's
He's
settled.
getting
Like,
ready.
come on.
He is getting ready for me to press stop on everything. and
You're
you
gonna
get
see the
shut
real
out.
flash after this.
All right, guys. That's going to be our show for tonight. Like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, everything we said is in our opinion, and if you don't agree with it, screw off.